Hello. This video I'm going to show. I'm going to explain the developer blocks. Basically, because I want to start a couple of projects that use them, and I just answered a question in the forum recommending the use of this technique. So I thought I would kind of just record the video and explain a little bit of what it is and how it works. Maybe do some examples and the like. So developer blocks is a very old idea. It's based on detail view widgets, but as almost everything that vTiger codes, they have a way of making things very complicated, uh, having classes on top of classes and things, and it makes it everything kind of really hard to get a grasp of. So what I did was what we've done is actually made an abstraction, kind of like a higher level, that constructs upon that and gives you all the boilerplate done. So you just have to kind of implement your logic. Okay. Developer blocks in the application. Let's jump over here to the application. This add comment block here, that's a developer block, and this merge document rectangle here is also a developer block. Okay, that's detail view widgets, but implemented with the logic of an abstraction layer a little bit higher. Let's try adding one of these into the application. I'm going to add a new block here that just does something, and we'll see how that works. Okay, it's all documented on the wiki. How to add a special block to a module. We have various ways because we've been going through this for a while. As you see here, one of the ways is to do a classical detail view widget, and then we have another very powerful way down here at the bottom, which is how to add just using templates. That's very powerful and very easy to use too. But here we have the way to do it with developer blocks. Okay, and this is basically the code that you need. This little piece here. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put it into a file. Let's go over to my editor, and I'm going to put it. We can actually put this anywhere. Usually, I guess you would put it in the directory related to what you want to do. I'm going to create a new file here in the accounts module, which I'm going to call my developer block.php, and copy in the boilerplate. Which, oops, I left something out. I think. No, okay, close. It doesn't close the. Oh, it doesn't close the PHP. Okay, no problem. Okay, let's get rid of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Okay, my code's tiny. Okay, you put your license, obviously, and you name your widget. Okay, I'm gonna follow the same logic that I just did. My developer block, and that means that I have to copy this here, here, and here. This is actually a string, so I can actually make it even. That's a description that appears on the top. Okay, so I changed those three. There's another one down here, and we're done. Okay, basically with that, now I just have to put here my logic, which goes in between these lines here. Here I left this context, which basically permits you to access variables that are passed into your developer block, and Smarty Get Viewer here, which also loads the Smarty template. That's the Smarty engine that's in the browser, so you can actually just output code very easily. Okay, so here I'm going to just I'm going to hide this, and here I have to return whatever I want to appear in the block. So this is going to appear in the block. Okay, obviously this can be as complicated as we want. Okay, that is a new block. Let's see if how we get that working. Basically, we come over here to the application. We go to the business action module because we want to add a new action in the application. That application is a detail view widget. I'm going to put here my developer block. It has to have a label. And here we're going to call that block index.php action equals modules. Action equals my developer block. It's in the module accounts. And okay, and I want to call that via Ajax so that I don't get all of the header, the menu, and everything. If I call it like this, I'm going to get coreBOS infrastructure, the header, and all of the things. I don't want that, so I have to actually call the accounts Ajax to make it an Ajax call with the file, my developer block on module accounts. And I think that's about it. Let's activate this for all users. Save that. I'm going to reload here my okay, I forgot the module. Organizations, save, and load. And there we have it. Action name is missing or incorrect. Okay, please check the action name. Okay, I must have written something wrong here. Accounts. Okay, maybe it's module accounts. What did I do wrong here in the action? Accounts, Ajax file, module accounts. What did I do wrong there? Let me have a quick check. The code. Accounts Ajax. Okay, maybe I don't have to put the index, just the okay, no index. It already knows that it has to call through there. Okay, so as you can see, actually, it's that easy. So we kind of made it really easy, not only to create this, but also to add them to the application, because now with the business actions, we basically just add them here. So you could actually create any logic here, any script that you need. If you need to, I don't know, add some input boxes here or whatever. For example, if I added here in the accounts, let's go to the Smarty directory. Well, I don't have to go to the Smarty directory. Actually, I can load it from anywhere. Well, no, let's go. Let's do it right. Smarty, where are you? Smarty directory, templates, modules, accounts. This is the right place to add a template for the accounts module. Let's add a new file here, which is my developer block template. Okay, so now I'm loading a template. I can actually, this is text from the template, and I'm going to add an input here. Type text, and if now I come over here to my file here, I can actually change this return here to Smarty display. No, I have to fetch, not display, because display will throw it to the screen, and I don't want to throw it to the screen. I want to return the results, so I do modules. Yeah, modules, accounts, developer, my developer block template. See what that does. Save that. Reload here. Okay, and the first Smart internal object map. Smart internal thrown. Okay, I did something wrong here. Let's anyway. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, debugging is part of the fun. Fetch application message template. Okay, that one's up there. Smarty. Sign. I don't need to do anything else. This is one of the examples I want to show next. Okay. Okay. I'll look at that. Okay. 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 So now I have another text, and I'm working with the template. That means that I can actually load JavaScript here also. I think that would work, I guess. So we could change something. Let's see, for example, this must be an ID. Let's see what this has. This is a text area with the name mod comments. Oh, long name. Okay, let's see if I can get that and add some text in there. Come over here to my template, and we're going to make a script here. So I'm in JavaScript, and I'm going to do document dot get element by ID. Put that dot value equals text. Okay. As you can see, it executed the JavaScript that I returned here and actually filled in the blocks. So you could do anything. I mean, you could change these fields. You can capture them. You can see what they've written. You can add a button here that does some calculation and then saves it in the background. You can do anything you have in the application with these blocks. Moving this block from here to here is extremely easy. Even repeating it is also very easy. Basically, you have to do a different syntax, which is the block. Okay, I don't remember, but it's documented on the wiki. There's a block syntax that you can use there. It looks like this. Let's copy that, and then we can. Oh, where's that here? Okay, it's block. That way it knows that instead of putting it on the right, it has to put it in line with the other ones. You can define where you want to see it in the what? I'm not too sure about that. In the layout editor, I'd have to look at that. Here you have to put the name of the class. That's my class. The name of the file. Where does it live? I put it in accounts. And my developer block, and then you can pass in here any parameters that you want. I'm going to just leave those. Basically, I'm going to have a QID context variable, and this record ID is going to be actually substituted by the record I'm in. So I also know what record I'm on in the context of the developer block. Okay, so let's see if this works. Okay, now I have here, instead of having it over here on the right, I have it here in line. Okay, and again, it just worked with the text above and everything. Okay, I have, as I was saying, those two variables, the QID and record ID. I have those, and they have been interpolated and changed. The record has been changed. We can actually do that. Showing them here. Okay, that would be $QID, and then I'm going to put a BR here so that we can just kind of jump. We can see it go down, and the other one is going to be record ID. Okay, I'm changing that one explicitly so we can see. Now these values have to be loaded into the Smarty template, which happens here. Here I have to do Smarty, just like any other thing that you would do in any programming thing that you do in the application. I mean, this is just normal programming. You can get anything that you do in coreBOS. This will work. Here I have this context variable, which is an array, and it gives me the variables that are coming in from the request. and I think they've even been cleaned up and everything. Uh, oh no, I think those directly are not clean, but you can do a get on the context. I think get from context. Okay, this is the correct way of doing that because that will clean them for you, so you don't have to. You avoid cross-site scripting and the like. Okay, let's get this one from the other way. Both should work anyway. And this was record ID, and I named it rec ID. Let's see what happens with that. Okay, I have this 43177, which is exactly the number that I put here, QID 43177, and the record ID variable has been changed to the 74 of the context that I'm in. If I go to the next account, I'm going to get the same functionality, but the number is 75 because this account is 75. Okay, so I know you can actually make decisions also based on the context of this is explained very well here also in the wiki, where what the example of the developer block actually creates a graph, as you can see here, showing the distribution of tickets for this account by status. Okay, so this developer block knows what account it has to do the graph on. Okay, so anyway, this is basically the run up on how developer blocks work, and I hope it kind of stimulated your imagination in the quantity of things or applications that you can do here. Now, before finishing it, I want to show you another developer block that I created while I was testing and doing things. And this is a show message widget. Okay, so now in coreBOS, I'm gonna upload this now. I just finished developing it. While I was testing all of this, you can show a message depending on anything, and kind of like the context of the variable. Okay, I think I have a message here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's take this step by step because this one is a little advanced, but let's. Okay, this message. Okay, this message widget that I created. I'm going to put it on organizations, and I'm going to create a record here. Let's save this one, which is a little complex, and go step by step. Okay, I saved the show message widget in the utilities directory. I did that because it can be used on any module, so it's kind of like a utility. It's for everyone. Again, I have to do the actions through Ajax so that I don't get the menu and all that. And the file that actually has the message widget is called show message widget. As you can see here in the code, I was showing here about. It has the boilerplate. It's called show message widget. It has the detail. It has this here, and then I have the same structure as before. And in here, basically from here to here, I have the code that implements this this message. Okay, it takes a parameter called message, and I can put any message I want here. Then I can actually pass it a level. For example, we can put warning, and any other parameters that I need, I could pass them in also. Okay, in this case, I'm going to leave that there. It's not going to be used, but it can be. You can pass anything in. Okay, so now if I reload the organization, I have my message here. Any message I want here. It's in the status warning. I mean, really easy. This is now stock coreBOS, so you can do that any way you want, anywhere you want, on any module, whatever. But obviously, this isn't having a hard-coded message there isn't very useful. It's not bad. In some cases, it could be useful, but the normal usage would be where you want to adapt this message here and show a different kind of message, different kind of level, depending on the record you're showing or some condition on that record. Okay, so what I did was add here the possibility to call, instead of message, you can do message condition. And let's copy back the text I had. Makes it a little easier. Okay, you can have a message condition. And what this is actually an CRM ID to a condition expression map. Okay, and I'll show you what that is for. And again, I can pass in any parameters I need, in this case, the record. The thing is that now, well, okay, let's take that one step at a time. Okay, this 43,330, where is that coming from? I have to come over here to the business maps. And I have to create a map. I have to create a map. Let's do that. And let's do that. My message. Obviously, that can be any title that you want. It's just for reference. The type, condition expression. Condition expressions are of type map expression, and here I can put any workflow expression, which could be just the text in this case, and it doesn't matter the module because I'm going to put it myself. Okay, this map is 43,335. Okay, so if I edit this and put here 43,335, what should happen now is that it's going to see that I have a condition. It's going to load this map. It's going to evaluate this expression, and it's going to load whatever that expression returns. Okay, which is nothing, because hopefully I made a mistake somewhere. Okay, I have to put a template type. I have to put a template type. Not too sure that's true. Let's see if I can find a condition expression here. I could have used one of these. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I could have used this one. For example, this one is 34,301. Let's see if that one works. Come over here to my action, and I load this one, and that will work. Okay, this is a string, and this one I made a mistake for sure. My message, let's see the validate map. Map is valid. Expression here, I can put any workflow expression. Okay. Okay, I'm not quite sure why that didn't work. Anyway, if I put a template here, it will work. And that's 43,345. Okay, the good part of the template is that you can actually put here any kind of workflow expression that you need. Okay, so it makes it really powerful to make conditions and see if you want to return one value or another depending on whatever. Also, you can follow this by 2 columns and the level that you want to use, and you can also use the workflow expression there, so you could return different levels depending on the conditions that you want to meet. Okay, I had a example here, which is this one. It says the user assigned to the record is assigned user ID. Okay, here I'm using the workflow syntax to access fields on the record that I am, and the last name, and also the account name, and a warning here. Okay, so if I load this message in my business map, this one is 43,330. So if I load that one, I get that text here. The user assigned to the record is test inactive. Okay, so if I go to the record before, I get TCB test, which is this one here, and the name changes. Okay, so this makes it really powerful. That's why I have a little bit more lines of code here, because I'm not just showing some text. I'm actually launching, the whole workflow system on the condition map, the condition expression map to get the text. And I mean, this is 34 to 54. This is like 15 lines of code because I'm using the coreBOS rule evaluate function here, which already does that for me. So coreBOS gives us so many things that already done that implementing a feature like this is actually rather easy. I mean, here I'm mostly just processing the input parameters to find out if I have to execute the rule or if I have to just show the text, and it's really and the result to get the correct level and default it in case something's wrong. I'm also using the error message class and error message on the application message template, which we already have. I mean, all that's already done. So it's rather easy to get that working. And basically, that's all I wanted to explain about how this works. Uh, Let me try to just one last thing, just for fun. Let's see if I can. Okay, that doesn't work. What I want to come here to settings, workflows, and we're in the accounts. So I want an account. I want the accounts. Let's get this one. It's new condition, and here just to get the editor here, and I want to add an if kind of thing here. If use field, if employees is smaller than 150, then we return warning, else error. Okay, so I really didn't need the. Okay, I want to change that here, this warning here, this is the employees, and okay, so now I'm not quite sure that will work. I think I have to do something else. Okay. Because in the templates, you have to do something else to get that working. Okay. Anyway, I don't remember, but if you need this kind of functionality, let me know, and I'll find out how that works. You have to do something here. I don't remember right now. I don't. What? Yeah. Well, we could look for that in the test, the coreBOS test site. That would be there. In the coreBOS test, we have a lot of examples of because we have unit tests for a lot of code. And in the end, I reference this a lot just for just to remember, because it actually the test actually document the functionality. So okay, it's this general workflow function and this. Okay, so I have to do something like this. Let's try that one. Let's try this one, which is the correct one. Okay, and so we come over here and we put here this syntax here. Okay, it says general workflow function, and instead of uppercase first name, I actually want to put my if employees text here. No. Okay, I'll have to find out why that wasn't working. Okay, anyway, that would be the idea, that we have a very powerful way of showing messages, and based on condition map, it's kind of like building blocks and really putting pieces together. Okay, I hope that helps you get your users to be more productive and help implementations. Thanks for watching.